So I just got access to Adobe Firefly and I wanted to share with you my tests. There's not a lot that is available at the moment, but let's have a look together. So this is what I see when I get into the Adobe Firefly beta. In order to get into the beta, you do need to get on the wait list, and then they will eventually send you an email saying, yes, here's the link. You can check out the beta. Now, when you look at all the products that they have in the pipeline, it's a lot. The only ones I actually have access to are text to image and text effects. I would assume that this is the next one coming out soon, which is the recolor vectors. But when you scroll down, they have in exploration, and all these tools will be available at some point, which is in painting, personalized results, text to vector, extend image, 3D to image, text to pattern, text to brush, sketch to image, and text to template. So they've got a lot coming. But let's have a look at the two that I have access to. So if I click generate, it either gives me the option to try the prompt that probably Adobe has created, and their prompts are amazing. Like, they're really, really good, and they don't seem to be very very long. Like, with Midjourney, we tend to create like very long prompts sometimes. But let's create something super, super simple and see what options we have and how we can manipulate it. So let's go with some fantasy. Let's go a majestic dragon. And as per usual, I cannot spell. A majestic dragon with large widespread wings. Okay, something very, very simple, and we'll click generate. Now, then we come to this screen, and it looks like the default type is art. And then I have actually option to create an art, a photo, a graphic, or no content type, because underneath here we have all kinds of styles. But as an art, let's have a look at what our dragon looks like. Sorry, I went with not too bad. Not too bad. This one is very cool. This one is very cool as well. Okay, now when I switch it to photo, it will create new images for me. And hopefully they will be a little bit more photorealistic. Well, not so much, but again, not too bad. This one looks a bit funny. All right, and then I'm going to try and make it into a graphic. It takes a little bit of time. So this one looks more like illustration. But the dragons seem to kind of be the same. Okay, so another thing I can do is I can create all kinds of different styles. So we've got popular styles, which is digital art, neon, layered paper, sorry. We have movement, which is steampunk, vaporwave, psychedelic, a few different ones. We have themes, which is like the concept art, 3D. What do we have? Stamp, vector, and so forth. We have techniques, which is mostly, so we should probably use it with the art when we go for techniques, or with none, because this looks like it's more for paintings, like painting, drawing, doodle, line drawing, and others. We have the effects. We have the bokeh, the fisheye, dark, isometric, iridescent, antique photo. And then we have material. So this again will be with probably art or graphic or none, because we have like layered paper, origami, metal. And the last one is the concept, which is the chaotic, nostalgic, divine, simple, beautiful. And underneath, we have the color and the tone. So we can actually create different types of tonal atmosphere, I want to say. So we can create black and white, and I can, do you see, it just puts it in here, so I actually don't have to type anything. I can just regenerate and it will create a black and white image of the dragon. It will keep the same dragon, it will just add black and white. See, oh, actually it looks quite cool, to be honest. Now, one thing that I'm noticing, as you can see here, again, like Mid-Journey, Firefly is not very good with hands and feet. Like sometimes it's got too many feet, sometimes it doesn't have a foot. Not with my dragon, but I've seen some of the other creatives that others have created that are actually with like 3 legs or 2 legs or no legs. Okay, we have the option to create different types of lighting, like dramatic lighting. Now, I do have to generate every single time when I change something. Dramatic lighting. Let's see what it looks like with dramatic lighting. It does take a little bit of time to actually generate the image, but I don't think that it's as slow as Mid-Journey. Here you go. Completely dramatic lighting. It actually looks quite cool. I do like it. Yeah, I do like it. And we have the composition, which is, I would say, is the photographic terminology, which is, the blurred background, close up, wide angle, narrow depth of field, shot from below, shot from above, and macro. So this will probably be best used if you're using photo. But let's have a something different. I wanted to try. Let me see. I wanted to try the antique photo, and I want to see, and I'm gonna change this to art, not to graphic, and let's see what it comes up with. Interesting though, every time you click on the content type, it generates automatically. Every time you click on any of the styles or the color, tone, lighting, or composition, you actually have to click refresh. Very, very interesting why it's doing it, but this is how it is now. One thing that I like is that I don't have to type, it's just buttons that I can click. And yeah, it looks very cool. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so this is a text to image, and let's quickly have a look at the text effects. They're very cool as well. Again, you can try any of the prompts that Adobe has created, or you can type what you want the effect to look like, and at the same time you can enter your own text. I'm not going to enter my own text because if you don't enter anything, it just goes with Firefly. So let's go with something. Okay, what should we do? Elves. Let's go with elves and see what it comes up with. And it gives you, again, it gives you 4 options down here. It's cool. 4 options that are slightly different, but they use the same concept. So this is the first one. I'm just gonna wait. Okay, so this is the first one. The second one will look a little bit different. See, a little bit different. They all look a little bit different, but they still are the same. So the same concept over and over. Let's try something different. Let's try a different concept. Let's try furry little animals. Let's see what it comes up with. I think that those text effects will be incredible for digital art and for graphic design, and will allow you people to really create content that stands out a lot. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see what number 2 will show us. See, very cool. Like it's really, really, really cool. Yeah, super cool. Well, that's it. That's it. I cannot actually access anything else except these two tools, and they're still beta. They are not available for commercial use, so you cannot use it as, a commercial product. Also, when you download them, Adobe actually puts a watermark that indicates that is a beta from Adobe Firefly, so don't try to use it for anything that will make you money. And as soon as you have access, go and play with it, and then come back and let me know what you think about Adobe Firefly. Do you actually think that it will become the most dominant tool? Do you think it will surpass Midjourney and DALL-E and any stable diffusion product? Or do you think that it will be just another competitor in the game? And just one thing before I finish, keep in mind that Adobe is promising that all the content you create with Firefly will be copyright compliant. So you shouldn't be having any problems with copyright. But that's all from me today. I'll see you next time.